You are not allowed to be here. Leave. Come no further. Come no further. Einer steht! Ja, der wirft dich wie eine Ratte! Hold you down! Can run forever! Der muss hier irgendwo stecken! Hier! Er ist hier! Das ist nicht entkommen! Ich konnte er euch entlaufen!
That hurts! Stop it, please!
You dare steal in my presence! That will cost you your life!
Won't anyone help me?
Leave! This'll teach you not to steal.
What have I done wrong? What do I do?
How careless can one get?
You can't just do that every time you like.
Does he really have a reason? That will pay.
You're a fool. Why must he run around like that?
They let you come and go as you please. I thought the fortress was closed to all.
Aye, but William wishes to have repairs completed as soon as possible. It's been to our advantage.
They're perfect cover. It's clever.
Anyway, I've finished my report and should deliver it.
For once, it seems things might go our way, and not by accident.
Well, the Bible does say God helps those who help themselves.
Nah, it doesn't, actually. That's from one of Aesop's fables. The Bible says quite the opposite, in fact. Many passages of being patient and faithful and waiting for the Lord to decide if he wishes to assist.
Well, I say we've waited long enough.
You'll hear no argument from me.
Very well. I'm off then.
Was macht dieser Tor da? Bewegung!
You ever see someone do that before? I haven't. Easy. Rush.
William have gone for our decision. Sole way to end our pain.
It's him we should
A few
follow.
coins, all
It's him
right.
will lead us to victory.
Coins.
William of Montferrat had a vision. Saw a way to end our pain. It's him we
He'll
should
hide
follow.
some turned away from God. And so he punishes us, sends hordes of heathen warriors to gather at our gates. But God is also merciful. But God is also merciful, and our past
Safety and
may
peace,
be
brother.
forgotten.
Although it seems I'll be receiving neither. Serves me right, I suppose. Got a bit careless, and now William sent his bowmen after me. I deal with them myself, but to be honest, I lack the skill. Would you be willing to seek them out and kill them? I might have something useful for you, were you to accept. But be careful not to let them see you.
And minds are cleansed. Can victory be assured?
Oh, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please. God
You
gave
think
us
it's
time
pleasing
for a reason.
to engage
Watch
in
where
sin
you're
of the weapons of our enemies. Do not listen to their lies. Poisonous words meant to...
An assassin!
What a fool.
He must be late.
Plague upon Saladin! A plague upon his people! We came in peace to the Holy
Thank
Land
you.
to spread the
I can
message
once
of
more
our
move freely
Lord,
through the city.
but they
In exchange for your aid, take this map I prepared. It shows where William has stationed his other archers. Most useful should you find yourself inside his fortress.
in their hearts. And so blessed Richard, King and Savior, now stands against them, defending us from their...
I beg of you. I beg of you.
What's he running from?
Please.
Tu as un problème?
What have I done wrong? What's got him in such a hurry?
Back again, Altair. Always in need of a hand to do your dirty work. This time, Al-Mualim did not order anything. It is just for my own pleasure that I ask you to find some Masyaf flags I've hidden in Richard's district. Since I am a loyal assassin unlike others, I will tell you what people are saying in Akka. It is important information. But this time, try to come back to me faster than the first time.
Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft.
No, you don't understand. I'm poor, sir. I need the money.
A plague upon his people! We came in peace!
Je vous ferai trancher la main.
What have I done wrong? Tell me, please.
Diebstahl wird mit dem Tode bestraft.
work is changing my opinion of you. Here is what I know about William of Montferrat. He and Richard had a disagreement before the king left for Jaffa. Since then, William stays in his citadel, surrounded by his army. Do you have what it takes to attack him in this protected environment? We'll see, but I am still doubtful.
Liebe gehören gehängt!
But I need money, sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry.
We are too soft with our enemies. With one hand
What's
we
he
engage
doing?
them, but the other tries to embrace. What good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly wants?
Cut into him.
But William knows. If you would only listen. And what do we have to show for it?
What in God's name is he doing?
It looks like he's being chased.
Oh, now he shouldn't be running like that.
How peculiar. Look, what's he doing?
Somebody help me!
You dare steal in my presence!
Must
Double cost you your life! Die,
The money!
thief!
No, please, don't leave that.
Don't do that again. Don't do that again. He'll hurt someone. How careless can one be?
What's that fool running from? Was macht dieser Tor da?
Does he really have a reason? What is that man thinking?
Altair, what brings you back so soon?
I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master, but he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him. Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
I'll return when the deed's been done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
He's gonna die, so he...
Let go of me! I've done nothing wrong!
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Thief! This'll teach you not to steal.
Let go!
Please.
In the
To gather at our gates. But God is also merciful. Saracens are routed at every turn. We cast them out of Acre and pushed them from the countryside. Bewegung!
Stop it, please!
You're... 3,000 souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men.
The Saracens would not have honored their end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yes. A great favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger in their convictions. Fight that much harder.
I know our enemy well. They will not be emboldened, but filled with fear.
Tell me, how is it you know the intentions of our enemies so well? You who forsake the field of battle to play at politics?
I did what was right, what was just.
You swore an oath to uphold the work of God, William. But that is not what I see here. No. I see a man who's trampled it.
Your words are most unkind, my liege. I would hope I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Arkle's regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point! But this is nothing new.
Much as I'd like to waste my day trading words with you, I've a war to fight. We'll have to continue this another time.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace. I fear there will be no place for men like him in the New World. Send word that I wish to speak with the troops. We must ensure that everyone is doing their part. Warn them that any negligence will be severely punished. I'm in no mood to be trifled with today.
Yes, my lord.
The rest of you, follow me.
You need something? Tu as un problème?
Moribundos.
Soyez vigilants.
Men, gather up! Heed well what I have to say. I come from speaking with the king, and the news is grim. We stand accused of failing in our duties. He does not recognize the value of our contributions to the cause.
For shame!
He knows nothing!
Peace! Peace! Hold your tongue! Aye, he speaks falsely, but his words are not without some merit. Toward these grounds, it is easy to find fault, to see imperfection. I fear we have thrown slack and lazy.
Never! We are committed! Why do you say this?
I see the way you train. You lack conviction and focus. You gossip and gamble. Tasks set to you are left unfulfilled or poorly performed. This ends today. I will not suffer further degradation at his hands. For whether or not you see it, and you should, this is your fault. You've brought shame upon us all. Skill and dedication are what won us Ark, and they will be required to keep it. I have been too lenient, it seems. But no more. You will train harder and more often. If this means missing meals, missing sleep, so be it. And should you fail in these tasks, you will learn the true meaning of discipline. Bring them forward. If I must make examples of some of you to ensure obedience, so be it. The two of you stand accused of whoring and drinking while on duty. What say you to these charges?
My lord, please. We meant no harm by it.
We forgot ourselves. It will not happen again.
No, it won't. Disregard for duty is infectious. It shall be rooted out and destroyed. In this way, we may prevent its spread. Am I understood?
Yes, my lord.
Of course!
By your command!
Good, good. Return to your posts, filled with a new sense of purpose. Stay strong, stay focused, and we will triumph. Falter, however, and you will join these men. Be sure of it. Dismissed!
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
What do you know of my work?
I know that you are going to murder Richard and claim Akka for your son Conrad.
For Conrad? My son is an arse, unfit to lead his host, let alone a kingdom. And Richard, the Ancien is no better, blinded as he is by faith in the insubstantial. Acre does not belong to either of them.
Then who?
The city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak for the citizens? You stole their food, disciplined them without mercy, forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare them for the new world. Stole their food? No. I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. Look around. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk. And as for the conscription, they were not being trained to fight. They were being taught the merits of order and discipline. These things are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see how sweet they are, the fruits of your labors. You do not free the cities as you believe, but rather damn them. And in the end, you'll have only yourself to blame. You who speak of good intentions.
Close the gate! You think you can outrun me? Gardez l'œil ouvert. Your life ends now!
Attrapez-le! Ne restez pas sur vos pas! Dégagez! La bande! Il n'échappera pas!
So the road is long and the fire.
Les flammes de l'enfer! Il est pas c'est tout! Rendez-le-moi!
You dirty eagle! I'll have your hands for that!
What news?
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
But why now, when the Crusaders require unity most? Could have waited.
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Muallim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he is eager for news.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
I'm ending the session. I'll be right there. You're sure about this? Yes. No. Everything's Denver. I don't see how he could... Of course. I understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Assassins.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this.
Sounds like they're mounting some kind of rescue attempt. Guess you're more important than you realized.
Man, things just keep getting weirder and weirder around here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade, it never ended. You're being held by Templars.
Vidic's a Templar?
There's no way you could have known. They hide it so well. But to answer your question, Vidic works for them. We all do. Abstergo is their company.
I thought Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination with, like, the lizard people.
No, except the part about world domination, I guess. Look, Desmond, it's complicated. Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy tinfoil hat-wearing nut jobs. The other half is misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started working here, it's that there's no such thing. It's all so relative. I guess the best way to explain it is, what they want is good. But the way they're going about it, it's bad. Really bad.
What are they trying to do? Lucy?
Yes?
Miss Stillman, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now!
On my way, Doctor. I'm sorry, Desmond, I have to go. You should turn in for the night. The answers to all of your questions are right in front of you. You just have to know where to look.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the Animus.
Use throwing knives to deal with distant enemies.
Come in, Altair. I trust you're well rested? Ready for your remaining trials?
I am. But I'd speak with you first. I have questions.
Ask then. I'll do my best to answer.
The merchant king of Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to force his people into submission. I suspect William meant to murder Richard and hold Akka with his troops. These men were meant to aid their leaders. Instead, they chose to betray them. What I do not understand is why.
Is the answer not obvious? The Templars desire control. Each man, as you've noted, wanted to claim their cities in the Templar name, that the Templars themselves might rule the Holy Land, and eventually beyond. But they cannot succeed in their mission.
Why is that?
Their plans depend upon the Templar treasure, the Peace of Eden. But we hold it now, and they cannot hope to achieve their goals without it.
What is this treasure?
It is temptation.
It's just a piece of silver.
Look at it.
What am I supposed to see?
This piece of silver cast out Adam and Eve. It turned staves into snakes, parted and closed the Red Sea. Ares used it to start the Trojan War, and with it a poor carpenter turned water into wine.
It seems rather plain for all the power you claim it has. How does it work?
He who holds it commands the hearts and minds of whoever looks upon it, whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Then Gagne's men?
An experiment. Herbs used to simulate its effects, to be ready for when they held it.
Talel supplied them. Tamir equipped them. They were preparing for something. But what?
War.
And the others, the men who ruled the cities, they meant to gather up their people. Make them like Gagne's men.
The perfect citizens. The perfect soldiers. A perfect world.
Robert de Sable must never have this back.
So long as he and his brothers live, they will try.
then they must be destroyed.
Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who require your attention. One in Acre, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called Jubair. Visit with the Bureau leaders. They'll instruct you further.
As you wish.
Be quick about it. No doubt Robert de Sable is made nervous by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best to expose you. They know you come, the man in the white hood. They'll be looking for you.
They won't find me. I'm but a blade in the crowd.
Here, my gift to you, in gratitude for the good work you've done.
Someone tell me why he's doing that for this nonsense. Is he running from someone?
Yeah. What's going on?
Seem to run like that.
What's he running from?
He's going to hurt someone.
Selecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you to quickly dispatch an enemy you've thrown to the ground.
You dare steal in my presence? That will cost you your life!
It's the hero of Damas. Come in, stay a while. Tell me all about your adventures.
I'm afraid I don't have the time.
I see. Too important for me now.
It's not that.
No, of course not. How may I serve you then?
Al-Muallim has asked I take the life of the one they call Jubair.
Ah, Salahadin's chief scholar. Strange choice of target in my opinion. But who are we to question the Master's will? I'm sure he has his reasons.
Then you're familiar with the man.
He's been quite busy these past few days, organizing the scholars and sending them into the streets to preach.
What do they speak of?
Light and fire, cleansing sins, apocalyptic nonsense if you ask me. All this talk of paths and a new world.
What about this new world?
Couldn't say. I don't pay attention to the ramblings of madmen. Much too busy with real work.
Very well. I'll walk among the people, see what I can learn. Where would you suggest I search?
South of here, you'll find an academy and a guard tower. They're both good places to search. There's also a hospital to the east you might want to visit.
I'll begin at once.
So eager. You've certainly changed, and for the better, I might add.
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that! Stop it, quick! You're hurting me!
I stand before
You that again and I'll call the guard.
Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him.
Now why would
He
you
will march on Jerusalem.
No, you don't understand.
We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been ours. And it is our duty to defend
back
it
now.
until death. The Crusaders must be destroyed. Be wary, friends. Shaitan everywhere, watching, waiting.
No, you don't understand. I have money.
I wonder if he's hurt.
I need food. I'm so hungry. Why are you doing that?
When will he stop acting like a fool? Leave, peasant, before I make you. You shouldn't be here. Be gone.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and
Bad news, brother. I killed a Templar this morning. Well, I suppose that's actually good news. I even found a letter on him which I gave to Nemair, who said he'd find you and deliver it. But from the look in your face, I suspect this hasn't happened. Go on then. Don't waste any more time with me. Seek Nemair and get that letter.
I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you. Please, sir, have any money?
Fathers dwelled in darkness, and their fathers before them. It does not mean we must as well. This is our chance to begin anew. Let Jubair lead you to revelation. Let him lead.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Away with you. What are you left?
Altair, here. Take this. I've been looking everywhere for you. Now I can finally return to Masyaf. Last time I offered to do someone a favor.
You must not trespass here.
It seems a tragedy, but I say this is an honor to die in service to God, fighting for what we believe in. There is no greater glory than this. I stand before you to deliver a warning. Should Richard take Jaffa, there will be no stopping him.
You are not allowed to be here. Leave.
Gözünüzü dört açın, geri dönecek.
Coins. All I ask is for a few coins.
I wish to see him, to hear him speak.
It can be arranged, but we must be careful. There are still those who reject illumination. They would harm him.
Then they are ignorant and afraid.
You seem sincere, but how do I know I can trust you?
It hurts me to even hear you ask the question.
Very well. We gather each day in the madrasa. He comes to speak, and then leads us into the city, that we might cleanse it.
Could I join you then?
Understand that it is a difficult path we walk. Our work demands sacrifice.
I understand.
Then come and meet with us. Let us see how strong you really are.
The infidel king would see us all fight for the world.
No, please don't.
We must resist.
Just a few
We must push back.
We shouldn't be
I got what you need. I'm a young man. That is going to cost you. That's the English king and his infidel army. They leave horrors in their wake. Saladin rides to meet him. That these barbarous might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, finds favor with us, that he may grant us victory.
We found the place. It's just as you described it.
I suspect he'll want to deal with this himself, and quickly. Best we say nothing to the others.
A wise course of action. Truth be told, I'll be happy when this business is done.
Soon, my friend, soon. Today should see the last of them put to torch. Boy, come here. You still have the letter I gave you?
Yes.
Go and deliver it then. You'll find the one it's meant for inside the madrasa.
Saladin rides to meet him, that these barbarous acts might be avenged. Pray that God, glorious and exalted is he, might favor with us, and grant us victory.
Listen here. Thief! You are filth!
What got you?
What's got into him? What would make someone move so quickly?
Do anything. My good people, your search has come to an end.
Against our enemies, in whatever way you can.
Thief! You are filth!